Hi children, last class I have stopped with determinate, indeterminate growth of stem, and today I am going to start with a new topic, leaf. So we have completed about root and structure, function, modification, stem, structure, function, modification, all completed. Now we are entering into a new topic called leaf. See, leaves are green, thin, flattened, lateral outgrowth of the stem. Leaves are the primary photosynthetic organs and the main site of transpiration. All the leaves of a plant together referred as phylum. All the leaves of a plant together referred to as phylum. Okay, what is leaves? உங்களுக்கு எல்லாம் தெரியும் leavesனா என்ன? You know very well what is leaves. Yes, it is green in color, thin, flattened, lateral outgrowth from the stem. Actually, leaves are primarily photosynthetic and transpiration function it will do, you know very well. Photosynthesis takes place in the leaves. Leaves is the site of photosynthesis, and also transpiration also taken place here. All the leaves of plant together referred as what? Phylum. Characteristic of leaf: leaf is a lateral appendages of the stem. It is borne in the node of the stem. So you know very well already we have seen characteristic of leaf. It is a 3 mark or 5 mark question also. Lateral appendages, that means leaves originate from the side of the stem, that is called lateral appendages of the stem. Where it is borne at the node of the stem. Already I said in the stem some node regions are present. The place where the leaves originate are called as what? Node. So it is borne at the node of the stem. It is exogenous origin. It is originate in the outside of the stem. It has limited growth. It does not possess apical bud. It has three main parts. One is leaf base, petiole and lamina. Then lamina of the leaf is traversed by vascular strands called veins. That's it. Then functions of leaf: primary function, it do photosynthesis, transpiration, gaseous exchange, production of bud, conduction of water and dissolved solutes. These are the primary function. And children, I'll go little fast, please follow to me. And secondary function, storage. Some of the leaves do the storage function, example aloe and agave. And some leaves are involved in the protection, example opuntia, agimon, mexicana. Support, example gloriosa nepenthes. In reproduction, bryophyllum, begonia, zamia. Then parts of the leaf, as I said already, it consists of three parts, that is leaf base, petiole. Leaf base is called hypopodium, petiole mesopodium, lamina epipodium. Leaf base, the part of the leaf attached to the node of the stem, is called leaf base. We can learn with the help of diagram, children. See, you can see here what is leaf base, what is petiole, and what is lamina or leaf blade. Okay, see the leaf base by which the leaves are attached with the stem. And next one is petiole. The stalk of the leaves are called petiole, and another one is lamina. These are the three parts of the leaves. Let's go fast. So the part of the leaf attached to the node of the stem is called leaf base. Usually it protects the growing buds at its axil. Next, pulvinous. In leguminous, leaf base become broad and swollen, which is known as pulvinous. Example Clitoria, Laplap, Cassia, Butea. Okay, in legumes the leaf base become broad and it is called what? Pulvinous, broad and swollen, and this is called pulvinous. Legume is a type of plant, leguminous plant. All the pea plants are called what? Patani, pea varieties, all leguminous plants only. So its leaf base become broad and swollen and it is called pulvinous. Example Clitoria, Laplap, Cassia, Butea. Then sheathing leaf base. In many monocot families such as Arcaceae, Musaceae, Gingiberaceae and Poaceae, the leaf base extends into a sheath and glass part or whole of the internode. Such leaf base also leave a permanent scar on the stem when they fall. Okay, in actually you can see the plants of what மோனோகாட்ஸ், தென்னை மரம், பனை மரம், இதுலலாம் நீங்கள் பார்த்தீங்கன்னாமா லீஃப் பேஸ் வந்துட்டு பார்த்திங்கன்னா எக்ஸ்டெண்ட் இன்டு எ ஷீத் அண்ட் கிளாஸ் பார்ட் ஆஃப் த ஹோல் ஆஃப் த இன்டர்னோடையும் கவர் ஆகிருக்கும். இப்போ பனை மரத்துலலாம் பார்த்துட்டிங்கன்னா இல்லை பனை இல்லாட்டி தென்னை மரத்தில் பார்த்திங்கன்னா அந்த லீஃப் கீழே விழுந்துக்கிட்டே இருக்கும். அந்த விழுந்த ஒரு ஸ்கேர் வந்து அந்த மரத்தில் நம்ம பார்க்க முடியும். அண்ட் திஸ் இஸ் கால்டு வாட் ஷீத்திங் லீஃப் பேஸ். நெக்ஸ்ட் petiole, a stipe or mesopodium other name. It is the bridge between the lamina and stem. Petiole or leaf stalk is a cylindrical or sub-cylindrical or flattened structure of a leaf. Excuse me. Which joins the lamina with the stem. Okay. Petiole, you know very well, it is a bridge between the lamina and stem. It is a leaf stalk, a cylindrical or sub-cylindrical or flattened structure of a leaf which join the lamina with the stem. A leaf with petiole are said to be petiolate. Example, Ficus hibiscus. Leaves that do not possess petiole is said to be sessile. Example, Calotropis, please bracket it. Differentiate petiolate and sessile. If the leaf possesses petiole, it is said to be petiolate. Does not possess petiole, sessile. Next, lamina. It is a leaf blade. The expanded flat green portion of the leaf is the blade or lamina. It is a seat of photosynthesis, gaseous exchange, transpiration and most of the metabolic reaction of the plant. The lamina is traversed by the midrib from which arises a numerous lateral veins and thin veinlets. The lamina shows a great variations in its shape, margin, surface, texture, color, venation and incision. Okay. The lamina is traversed by the midrib. You know very well what is midrib. You see children. In this, the center one is going, no, that is called midrib. From the midrib, the veins are originate laterally and further it is divided into many branches and form a network structure. Actually, this is called venation and this kind of venation is called reticulate venation. Okay, there are two types of venation we could see behind this. Okay. Midrib from which arises numerous lateral veins and thin veinlets. Lamina shows great variation. See, in different types of plants, the lamina of leaves are different in its shape, margin, surface, texture, color, venation and incision and all. Then stipules. In most of the dicotyledonous plants, the leaf base bears one or two lateral appendages called the stipules. Okay, so that we can see in the picture of leaf diagram. You see children, at the base of leaf you could see some of small leaf like or thread like structure ஒரு அப்படியே குச்சி மாதிரி ஒரு green கலரில் ஸ்ட்ரெயிட்டாக நீட்டிட்டு இருக்கலாமா குட்டி லீவ்ஸ் மாதிரி, that is called what? Stipules. Okay, so if the leaves possess stipules, if the leaves possess stipules, then the leaves is the leaves are said to be stipulate. If the leaves without stipules are called exstipulate or estipulate. Okay, bracketed. Differentiate stipules. What is stipules? Differentiate stipulate and exstipulate. Okay, so next, the stipules are commonly found in dicotyledons. In some grasses, that is monocots, an additional outgrowth is present between the leaf base and lamina. It is called ligule. Okay, next one you see, the stipules are commonly found in dicotyledon. Okay, next, in some grasses an additional outgrowth is present between the leaf base and lamina and it is called what? Ligule. Sometimes small stipule like outgrowth are found at the base of the leaflets of a compound leaf. They are called stiples. So the main function of stipule is to protect the leaf in the bud condition. That's it. Next, venation. It is an important 5-mark question. Venation is nothing but the arrangement of veins in the leaves is called venation. Okay, there there are two types of venation. One is reticulate venation, another one is parallel venation. In reticulate venation, two types, pinnately reticulate, palmately reticulate. Same way, parallel venation also two types, pinnately parallel venation, palmately parallel venation. Okay, so the arrangement of veins and veinlets on the leaf blade or lamina is called venation. Internally, the vein contains vascular tissues. Conventionally, venation is classified into two types, namely reticulate venation and parallel venation. Bracketed children, actually it is explained the types of venation, 5 mark question for you. Important question also. Reticulate venation. In this type of venation, leaf contain a prominent midrib from which several secondary veins arises that branches and anastomes like a network. This type of venation is common in all dicot leaves. It is of two types. Okay, so reticulate venation, you could see here. This is called what? Pinnately reticulate, palmately reticulate, palmately reticulate. In this diagram, see children, there is a green color structure, it's going in the center, that is called what? Midrib. And you can see from the midrib, நிறைய சைடில் லேட்ரல் பிரான்ச்சஸ் வர்றதை உன்னால் பார்க்க முடியும். எகைன் தீஸ் லேட்ரல் பிரான்ச்சஸ் ஃபர்தர் டிவைடட் இன்டு ஃபைன் பிரான்ச்சஸ் அண்ட் ஃபைனலி வி கேன் சி எ network of veinlets in the leaves, and this is called what? Reticulate venation. There are two types of reticulate venation, pinnately reticulate venation, palmately reticulate venation, right? Let's see what is pinnately reticulate venation. In this type of venation, there is only one midrib in the center which forms many lateral branches to form a network. In pinnately reticulate venation, only one main rib is present, only one midrib in the center which forms many lateral branches to form network. In palmately, example Mangifera indica. In palmately reticulate venation, there are two or more principal veins arising from the single point and they proceed outwards or upwards. The two types of palmate reticulate venation are divergent and convergent. When all the principal veins originate from the base and diverge from one another towards the margin of the leaves, it is called divergent, that is Carica papaya. Convergent, when the veins converge to the apex of the leaves, as in Indian plum, bay leaf, and it is called convergent. The first one is pinnately reticulate venation. Here you can see only one midrib originate from the center. From the midrib you can see many branches. This is pinnately. But in the second figure, see here, from the base many principal veins are originate and moves towards the margin. From this principal veins, many lateral veins are formed, and it is like a palm. So it is called palmately reticulate venation. And this is second one is divergent palmately reticulation venation. Divergent palmately reticulate venation. அப்படின்னா என்னன்னா, இப்போ எல்லா மிட்ரிப்பும் காமன் பேஸில் இருந்து ஆரிஜினேட் ஆகி மார்ஜினை நோக்கி கை விரிஞ்சி போகிற மாதிரி போகுது, டைவர்ஜ் ஆகி போகுது. தட் இஸ் கால்டு டைவர்ஜென்ட் வெனேஷன். பட் இதுவும் வந்துட்டு உனக்கு பாமேட்லி வெனேஷன் தான், தேர்டு ஃபிகரும். பட் இது வந்து கன்வர்ஜென்ட் வெனேஷன்னு சொல்லலாம். என்ன சொல்லலாம்? கன்வர்ஜென்ட் வெனேஷன். தட் இஸ் கன்வர்ஜென்ட் பாமேட்லி வெனேஷன்னு சொல்லலாம். இப்போது எல்லாமே பேஸில் இருந்து எல்லா வெயின்ஸும் ஆரிஜினேட் ஆகி மறுபடியும் அப்பெக்ஸில் வந்துட்டு எல்லா வெயின்ஸும் ஒன்றாவே சேருது. தட்ஸ் வாட் இட் இஸ் கால்ட் அஸ் வாட்? கன்வர்ஜென்ட் palmately reticulate venation. Okay, and parallel venation, Next we are going to see another one, parallel venation. Veins run parallel and do not form a prominent reticulum. It is a characteristic features of monocot leaf. It is classified into two subtypes, pinnately parallel venation, palmately parallel venation. In this also divergent and convergent type. In this we will see the diagram. Here we could not see any network like structure. If the leaves possess network of veins, it is called reticulate. Parallel means what? You can see veins are running parallel to each other. We cannot see any what it is network structure. See, in the first one, midrib originate, and both the sides the veins are running parallelly. That is called what? Parallel venation. This is only one midrib. From the midrib many branches are running parallel. That is called pinnately reticulate venation. Second one is palmately, third one is also palmately. The second one is convergent palmate, third one is divergent palmate. That is, in the second one, many palmate nave enadhu nariya midrib originate at the base. That is called what? Palmate. Okay. So, in the second figure also, many ribs originate at the base, but all the ribs unite at the apex. So, convergent, ella onna sendirchu. That is called what? Convergent palmately reticulate parallel venation. Next pathina, third one la vandu paathitingna, many veins originate at the base, but all the veins are diverge running towards the margin. That is called what? Diverge parallel venation, right? Okay, now we are going to see the text. Hope you could understand. Parallel venation, veins run parallel and do not form a prominent reticulum. It is a characteristic features of monocot leaf. It is two types, pinnately parallel venation, that is unicostate. When there is a prominent midrib in the center from which arise many veins perpendicularly and runs parallel to each other, it's called pinnately reticulate venation. Pinnately parallel venation. Example, musa, ginger. And palmate parallel venation, that is multicostate. In this type, several veins arise from the tip of the petiole and they all run parallel to each other and unite at the apex. If it is of two types, divergent type, all principal veins originate from the base and diverge towards the margin. The margin of the leaf, as in fan palm, that is Porasus flabelliformis. Next, convergent type, all principal veins run parallel to each other from the base of the lamina and join at the apex, as in bamboos, rice, water hyacinth. Okay. Next, pilotaxy. What is pilotaxy? Actually, the mode of arrangement of leaves on the stem is called pilotaxy. Stemla leaves வந்து எந்த மாதிரி அமைஞ்சிருக்குதோ, that is called what? Pilotaxy. This is also another one 5 mark question, very important. The mode of arrangement of leaves on the stem is known as pilotaxy. Pilotaxy is to avoid overcrowding of leaves. What is the advantage of pilotaxy? It avoid overcrowding of leaves and expose the leaves maximum to the sunlight for photosynthesis. The four main types of pilotaxy are alternate, opposite, ternate, old. Okay, alternate pilotaxy. In this type, there is only one leaf per node and the leaves on the successive node are arranged alternate to each other. Spiral arrangement of leaves shows vertical rows are called orthostitches. There are two types, alternate spiral, in which the leaves are arranged alternatively in a spiral manner, example hibiscus and ficus. Then alternate distichous or fibrarious, in which the leaves are organized alternatively in two rows on either side of the stem. Example, Monon longifolium. You can see here, alternate. That is, in a stem, each node possesses only one leaves. And in another one nodes, another one leaves in the opposite. third nodes, another in another leaves in the opposite. Like this, each node bears one leaves. This is called alternates. And in, next one is opposite. We are going to see opposite phyllotaxy. In this type, each node possesses two leaves opposite to each other. You see here, two leaves in each node which are opposite to each other. Here opposite superposed one type, another one is opposite decussate, another one type. In opposite superposed, the two leaves in each nodes are present in the same direction. But in opposite decussate பார்த்தோம்னா ஒரு நோடில் ரெண்டு நோட் ஒன் டைரக்ஷனில் ஆப்போசிட்டில் இருக்கும். அதுக்கு அடுத்து இருக்கக்கூடிய நோடில் ரெண்டு நோட்ஸ் வந்துட்டு வேறு டைரக்ஷனில் ஃபேஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். அதுக்கு அடுத்த நோடு இதே மாதிரி எப்படி இருக்குன்னா மாற்றி மாற்றி ஃபேஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். தட் இஸ் கால்ட் ஆப்போசிட் decussate. ஓகே, அண்ட் இஃப் த நோட் possess த்ரீ லீவ்ஸ் தென் இட் இஸ் கால்டு ternate. இஃப் த லீவ்ஸ் possess if the nodes possess more than 3, that is 4, 5, which are arranged in a hole like in a node, that is called a hold. That is okay. The example for each type is very essential, children. Please see to it. Opposite superposed, the pair of leaves arranged in succession or in the same direction. That is, the pair of leaves in each node and also successive nodes in the same direction, that is called the opposite superposed. That is, two opposite leaves at a node lie exactly above those at the lower node. Example, CDM, that is Goa quisqualis, that is Rangoon creeper. Then opposite decussate, in this type of phyllotaxy, one pair of leaves is placed at right angle to the next upper or lower pair of leaves. Example, Calotropis ocimum. Next, ternate phyllotaxy. In this type, there are three leaves attached at each node. Example, Nerium. Next, hold verticillate type of phyllotaxy. In this type, more than three leaves are present in a hole at each node, forming a circle or hole. Example, Alamanda. So, these are the various types of leaf arrangement we can see in the plant. This is one 5 mark question. Okay, so in this today's topic we have discussed about leaf, various parts of leaf, venation, phyllotaxy. These are the various topic I have discussed with you. Okay, children. Next topic is leaf mosaic, that I will discuss in my next class, children. And today's homework for you is explain the various types of venation and phyllotaxy with diagram. Okay, these are the two questions I have given as a homework to you. Complete and send it to me. Okay, and I will get you in my next class. Bye.